So, Pet Sematary is now in theaters, and it is a remake of the 1989 film, which that original film was an adaptation of the 1983 novel, which was, obviously called Pet Sematary as well. I have not read the book. I've seen the original movie. I thought it was okay. But for those of you that don't know this story, it is about a couple, with two kids. They move to a house. They have a pretty big house, pretty big backyard. And I know what you're thinking. Stuff happens. You're not wrong. Stuff does happen. But that being said, the little twist is that their backyard is home to a burial ground called Pet Cemetery, where you guessed it, pets are buried. But things happen that are unnatural, and that's where the horror hijinks ensue. So let me just straight up say this. I think that when you're remaking a film, you want to have it where the things that the original failed on or could have done better with exceed it in the remake. Do those aspects better. And this film does that. I think that this is a film that was really effective with cutting out the exposition. It cut out all the fat of the original, where it was just excessive, just exposition that was really annoying at times. It also cut out a lot of things that were just kind of like, eh. And that's why I think this is an effective remake. I think this is a good remake. It did the film justice, because again, when you have an original film that is just okay, I think that's when studios should take notes and actually want to remake a film. And I think that this film does a good job with that because the cast is all game. Jason Clarke is good in the film. John Lithgow is also good in the film as what the character was in the original was the exposition deliverer. And yes, he does deliver exposition in this film, but it's not nearly as much, and it makes sense in the context of the situations. You also have, on a technical level, a sound design which was really effective in Dolby, a score that's, while simple, works to the effect of what the characters are feeling during certain situations. You have also these character moments that make sense as to why they're doing the things that they do. Twists and turns that I liked, although I'm not going to lie, I think that the second trailer, if you haven't seen it, don't watch it, because the second trailer is very revealing. And in fact, when I saw it the first time, I was like, holy cow, this looks like it revealed a pretty darn big plot twist. And I wasn't wrong, because they did, unfortunately. But that being said, I think that if you are in for the ride, you'll really appreciate it, because this film does deviate from the original in some aspects, especially towards the end, and fleshes out other aspects that weren't really developed in the original. And I think that's where this film really thrives. It's a well-shot film. It sounds good. Is it scary, though? Well, for me personally, I think that the scariest part was the ending, psychologically speaking, at least. And then there was one jump scare that was pretty darn cool involving a dumbwaiter. I think people will be able to appreciate that. But other than that, I don't think this film was really scary. I think it was more creepy inducing because of a lot of the things that are going on. But it's nonetheless an effective film that I think, whilst not great, is good at what it's going for. And, that's what I'm looking for in a film. It entertained me for 100 minutes. It was engaging. And at the same time, I got some stuff out of it. And I think that the best part about this movie was the ending. The ending was very, very effective for me. It deviated from the original ending of, the movie. But nonetheless, Pet Sematary for me, it has its, flaws for sure. There are some moments that, in the middle, it's not that the pacing is bad, because I think the pacing is good, but there are a couple things that happen to certain characters in the middle where it's like, I don't know. And I also think that it takes a little bit to get going. Again, I was entertained throughout, and I think the pacing was good. But I think the beginning, it is a bit bumpy. But who knows? Upon second viewing, this might be, more effective with the beginning. But for now, it was the type of thing where I was playing catch up with this film at first, because it was beat by beat in a little bit in the beginning from the original, but then it deviated and became its own, and that's when I was able to fully embrace Pet Sematary. And Pet Sematary, for me, this remake gets a 4 to 5 star rating, which, for those of you who don't know, gets the good old Louisiana Pure Crystal hot sauce. It's a good horror remake. I would definitely say give it a look. And again, if you've seen the original, it's similar in some ways and different in others, and in those different ways, it exceeds the original miles and miles upon miles. And yeah, I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on this Pet Sematary remake. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which do you like better, the original or the remake? Comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.